upon a time I had 9 lives. I could take the front and back the same night. I could be a party girl or a guy. Whatever I wanted, that was my life. I don't wanna brag it, my stilo. More like only talking to my pillow. I had plenty, I had 20 rings on my feet though. I even look good in some Speedos. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah. What you gonna do? Bye bye. When I was a kid, I had mad tricks. Other kids will look and be like, oh shit. Now I'm mostly chill and think, why you still doing all those things? I don't wanna brag it, my stilo. More like only talking to my pillow. I had plenty, I had 20 rings on my feet though. I even look good in some Speedos. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Bye 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 bye.
What's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gon' do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really bout this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies all the time. Stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, sink ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it. Really on go, I don't know, it's an off day. Now we on road, came from smoking in the hallway. Now we got shows, boys feeling like Broadway. Always look both ways, even on a crossway. Driving down Cross Bay, out town Barclays. Really on big things, came up a small way. Championship rings, baby, that's a ball game. Oh, she want a little bag, baby, that's small change. Yeah, that money talk. If we ain't cool, then cut me off. No breaking news, don't run your mouth. Thought it was the plug, now he running off. Thought it was a plug, now he running off. What you gon' do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really bout this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies all the time. Stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, sink ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it. Whoa. Don't do that, we the best coming out of BK, I thought you knew that. Step up in the function, all these women like who that? Got me looking like money, yeah, they love me, yeah, true that. Big racks, new bag, new swag, we ain't cutting no slack. Why they mad? Don't do that. See them coming, no mask, 6 feet, move back. How we got it, don't ask, don't do that. Nah, cause they ain't never put us on. Now they wanna come around and see what's going on. Nah, and we don't follow protocols. We some kings like sis, no waterfall, ISO. What you gon' do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really bout this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies all the time. Stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, sink ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it.
I been, what's happening? It's just me and my guys, I don't got no rap friends. You ain't see the front but talking back ends.
I see the money, whoa, pick and roll, give and go. I see the money, whoa, pick and roll, give and go. I see the money, whoa, pick and roll, give and go. I see the money, whoa, pick and roll, give and go.
Oh my God, 3 cars, 5 jobs, slam door, off the law. Shorty said she got the wop, I just want the wop. Posting money on the snap, that'll get you robbed. Nike tag, shot wet, 3 dice bet. never practice, never act in, always act in. Back in 2010, we was sipping activists. Now these beats are taking damage like my kidneys is. Already got the crib, I think it's time to flood my wrist. But gets along her neck, I just iced out.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Spirit Talk. I am joined with one of our awesome investigators that has joined us on a few investigations that we did. He's done Rutland, and he has also done, what was it, that investigation that we did at that person's house, our client's house.
Yeah,
You were there for that one, and then he was also there for, what was it, Clinton Tunnel as well. Yeah, you were.
one of them.
Yeah, Clinton Tunnel is another one of those ones that we did. What was it? We had to go back in stages.
Yeah.
But we actually got permission to go there by the chairman of the board of selectmen. And so once the tunnel opens back up, we're actually going to be able to do it and get it done. And be able to go there at night and not be bothered.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. This be right. So, we have a pretty interesting show for you guys tonight. We took some clips from the Rutland Prison Camp, and the clips were for like some of the creepiest or scarier moments that we had while we were at Rutland. And we're also going to be kind of giving Ellie, our mascot, is sitting on the floor. We're also going to be giving kind of like an overall view of some of the scarier moments that we have had in the paranormal, not just at Rutland, but you know, other experiences that we've had in our life. But Rutland is probably one of the
The place is annoying.
Rutland is one of those places that if I never have to go back there again, I'm completely okay with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with never having to deal with that place again.
It really was.
You know, it is. It's not it was. It still is. We go there right now and it will be a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Well, I'm good. I'm good with Rutland. I don't want to see Rutland.
Yeah, I'm all, yeah.
So we're going to give a few minutes for people to hopefully trickle in here.
No. On the screen.
Yeah, she's being weird. Ellie is so we have three of our birds. Two birds share a cage. They like to drop food and stuff on the ground to feed Ellie, and it's gotten to the point that Ellie actually goes into their can that's at the bottom of their cage because she thinks that it's her
snack tray.
her
It's her
snack tray. So we've had to actually put a gate in front of the door to keep her from coming in here and having a field day.
Goes.
Yeah.
Got her bone.
Yeah, she's got a bone now.
Ellie.
That was her throwing her bone. She likes to get forceful with her toys. When she wants to play, you'll know she throws the toys right on you.
Yeah, at you.
At you, on you, same thing. But yeah, so pretty Rutland.
Yeah.
So give them your thoughts on Rutland.
Such as.
Well, like what you felt and saw and everything like that there.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's just because it's so out of the way and isolated, and you know that you're already in a town that doesn't have very many people to begin with.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a low population area, and then you're out in the middle of the woods, and you know you're miles away from really pretty much anything. There's a very odd feeling being there in general. I don't know if it's because of that or if there's something else making it feel that way.
Move a little closer to the mic. And so, yeah, so and that was the way that it felt for me too. With just having that, you know, and it's only at night. And like I've said this on this channel many times.
Well, daylight makes everything feel comfortable.
Well, when it's cloudy though, you get the same feeling.
Just hyper aware.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like that place though, like that has some evilness in it, and some of the things that we witnessed and saw and felt while we were there, it confirmed that place is haunted.
It was strange. I was being talked to directly at
yeah.
some
Oh yeah,
point.
yeah. They were actually one of the clips.
They were interested in me specifically for some reason.
Yeah, and one of the clips actually that we did, that I did when I spliced together a little video for tonight, is some of the things that they did to you. How they were like directly speaking with you.
Yeah, it was odd. I mean, I've had direct experiences before, but that was usually like in a comfortable environment.
Yeah. No, it's I don't ever want to go back there. I don't ever want to go back there. And remember, one time that we went though,
we didn't have to worry though when we were coming back because we saw the fox.
Yeah. But there was one time that we had gone there as kind of like an outing, and so we had brought Ellie with us. And she's always with us. Like this girl, she is spoiled. She is absolutely 100% spoiled.
She doesn't know what it means to be by herself.
No, she does not know what it means to be by herself. But that root cellar, there's a trail, and I don't think you can actually see it on the investigation because we didn't actually go up that way.
The thing that crawl on top of it?
No. The trail next to it, to the left-hand side. That one that Ellie got pics on her.
Yeah, it was like a service road.
Yeah. And so, you know, you can't drive down it because there's a gate in front of it. And you really can't.
You wouldn't want to anyways. It's a...
Yeah,
you need a full-on truck for that.
Yeah. And so we were walking through the path there, and there's a gate that you know is in front of the road, so that cars can't get down it. And so as we're walking, we get 5-10 minutes into the walk, I felt something crawling on my leg. I looked down and it was ticks. And then me and Mike, being the protective parents that we are of our little Ellie, we quickly scooped her up.
She was done anyways.
Yeah, she was done. It was hot that day too.
Yeah.
And so we scooped her up. We started combing her for ticks, and we found them. And like me and him are just sitting there plucking these ticks off of her, just plucking. And so I turned to.
Covered.
She was covered. I'm surprised she didn't get bit.
Yeah.
And so you know, I was saying to him as we're sitting there pulling these ticks off her, and I'm like, I will take the tick for her. Do not bite my kid. and so we wound up, we left shortly after that because we're like, yeah, we're done.
I was done anyways.
We're not doing this. Yeah, it was scorching. This was last summer or the summer before? Last summer.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was last summer, and the only reason that I remember that is because COVID was still a thing. And no, it was the summer before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the summer before. It wasn't last summer. Just to show you how far back this investigation of Rutland went. But that was actually before we really started to think about investigations. I think that particular time was just it was an outing. Like we at that point didn't have any idea that I was going to be starting a paranormal group, as well as a live stream. And so, you know, so we never really recorded. The only thing that I ever did there was pictures. But, yeah, so that's That's Rutland, and that's just on like a nice sunny hot day, you know, just to show you how horrible Rutland actually is.
sucks.
That now when you're there just trying to, you know, enjoy nature, nature decides to attack you.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't even enjoy your time there.
It's miserable either way.
Yep, it definitely is miserable.
I
It's
always felt like we're just gonna run into some drunk guy anyways every time.
oh
we're
my
there.
god, and that guy that parked right in front of the root cellar when me and you were sitting in the root cellar filming for the first time.
Oh yeah, the people with the truck.
Yep, and parked right in front of the root cellar, and
I thought it was like a sheriff or something.
I thought so too. Like I thought it was a cop because, you know, who
Park ranger.
would be up there at, you know, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Well, then remember when we went up there, we made a big point of going up there because I had actually gotten home and I didn't have work the next day or something.
yeah.
And we go up there and it's just people everywhere.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like, how are y'all doing? It's 11:30.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was absolute crazy, you know, like
And you just parked sitting there in their cars.
yeah, like that
in
Ford
the car,
Explorer.
yeah.
Yep, that Ford Explorer. There was a
And it's
person.
just, what are you doing with your
Yeah.
life? You just banging out in the woods or something?
Yeah, I know, right?
Is that where you bring your pickups? Like next to the prison, cabin? Wow.
Oh
If
god.
I was going up there or something, I thought I would be getting killed. Like this is how I go.
Jesus. That's just crazy. That is just crazy. Yeah, we had a pretty good run with Rutland.
Sure, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are definitely words.
Did more than we probably should have. We
Devoted more of my time in my life to that
Yeah,
place than I should
yeah.
have.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we devoted a lot of time and equipment to it too.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something that
Gas.
just it literally didn't want to give up its secret.
The suspension on my car.
Yeah. So we're gonna play. So I took some clips from the Rutland video, because sadly that's the only stuff that I have as of right now to be able to do kind of like a, you know, what are our creepiest, scariest moments kind of thing. Rutland is the only one that we have actual video for, apart from that client's house
Well, in Clinton.
in Clinton Tunnel, but we don't have enough there to, because we didn't really experience a lot at the client's house or Clinton Tunnel, except for that one moment.
You should you know what you should do
But
is get over yourself and go to the SK Pierce house in Gardner.
I already put in a request.
Oh?
Yeah.
Well, I remember you were saying I'm never gonna go there and
Yeah, no. Originally, I never wanted to go there, but after starting this channel and really coming to grasp with the fact that that is considered one of the most notorious haunted places in New England.
Nationwide
Yeah,
and just in general.
yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from the Lizzie Borden house that's up there on the list.
And I don't think too many people have really talked about that, like huge sense.
No,
Like,
no.
all them shows and stuff.
Yeah,
and
no,
all that.
I don't think anybody's.
I don't think anyone's gone there.
But I have sent, I think, 4 emails to them, and I haven't gotten a response.
Well, it might be because of COVID.
Possibly.
Because I know that they'll rent the house to you for the night.
Really?
You sleep in it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they'll
Well,
rent you the rooms in, because they know people want to come there and investigate, and they're perfectly fine with that. But yeah, I know it's like a thing. It's like a waiting list.
Yeah.
Because obviously they give you the house for the night.
Yeah. Well, and there's another one too that we're going to be doing where they do the same exact thing.
But you don't have to even share it with.
No, you don't share it with anybody.
Yeah, all right.
I got to find the place. Again, I have it somewhere in my notes, but it's this really cool house here in New England, and you can rent the house out for paranormal research for the night. They give you, at the beginning, they'll give you a guided tour to show you where all the rooms are, what's what in the house, and then the guides will leave and you get to investigate it on your own.
Next year, it would be neat if we could go to someplace awesome.
Yeah, actually there is
Like, I know that we wouldn't be able to do an overnight thing, but like go to the Paul Revere house or something.
yeah, there's a
Or the
what is
North
it?
Church.
There's a theater in Boston that was closed down and has been closed for a long time that I've been trying to get permission to get into.
I'd have to send it to you again, but I remember showing you the one for the underground ballroom.
Yes, I do remember that.
Ballroom and musical theater.
Yeah, I would definitely have to get in touch with people. So like the biggest thing and the hardest thing that we have been having right now.
The best thing with that place though is that it hasn't been changed in like 70 years.
Really?
So if the paint's peeling off of things, but it's a time capsule from when it was last actually used for its intended purpose.
That's cool. That's really cool. We had that has been probably one of our biggest issues, is because we don't go into these abandoned places, you know.
Public property though is public
Public
property.
I know that
That's
one.
a First Amendment right.
I know that one, but private properties, part of the reason that we haven't been able to do as many investigations as we wanted to, because we have a very, very, very hard time getting people to say yes, or getting people to respond to us in general.
Well, he's got all those friggin' people just doing whatever the hell they want when they want.
Yeah,
and it makes it difficult for anybody that's trying to do anything
legally,
diplomatically.
Yeah, and that's like what we've been doing is we've been trying to do it legally, and that big problem, and the biggest problem has been getting them to agree to allow us in. And it's like nobody wants to open their doors to us except for Clinton Tunnel.
Well, yeah, but that's also public property,
Yeah,
so they can't tell you.
true. But we are actually waiting on that old TB hospital in Hanson. We're still trying to get the email out to the girl, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just this email just does not want to work or whatnot, but every time we try to send an email we keep getting an error message. So I'm probably gonna have to finally fax something over to her. Old school. But alrighty, so we're gonna play a brief video, and it's gonna be of some of the scarier moments that we have had during, you know, Rutland, and then we'll also give kind of, I have a few outside of Rutland.
That porcupine was scary as hell.
Yeah, the porcupine. That porcupine. So let's get over to that.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yep. No!
Do you want us to get out of the car?
Closer.
Okay. Okay, I guess we need to go closer.
Okay.
We're coming.
What was
Is
that?
that? I don't know.
Can you see it?
So this spot here, I was with Carissa, okay, and I believe this was the time that her and I had gone by ourselves, because we just wanted to do a quick live stream to show people around Rutland Prison Camp at night. And so the reason that I picked this particular clip is because we saw something probably about 40 yards away from us, which sadly the camera didn't pick up. And it looked like it was sitting in the middle of the road. And so I'm straining my eyes. So keep in mind, my high beams are on. And I was straining my eyes to see what it was. And so Carissa all of a sudden goes, that's a mist, like a full apparition in the road. And so me being me, I put the car reverse and rammed it backwards. I'm like, yeah, no, we're not doing that right now. And so that, because I was just not having it. And, you know, that wasn't part of the investigation. It was just supposed to be a tour.
There. You investigated.
Yeah, apparently I did investigate. Unknowingly.
Yeah. There's like apparition in the middle of the road. What's the matter? There's nothing behind us.
Is there any? You sure?
Yeah, there's nothing behind us.
Yeah, I was
You
looking
still
behind
want
us
us
too.
to keep going?
Oh, who's that?
Agree.
Okay.
We'll keep
Alright.
moving.
We're going. We're moving. We're on our.
So this moment here was when it was me, you, Avalon, and Carissa.
Mm.
And we had taken out Avalon had taken out her spirit talker. I had taken out my spirit talker, and that was when it almost seemed like they were at times forming full sentences.
Yeah.
And so
Getting like 2-word things.
at a time, and it was pretty cool. But the reason that this clip was one of the more interesting ones, because I think that it was like the the first time that we had asked a question and got a very direct answer.
Yeah.
And so that in and of itself was like enough to like put shivers, you know, down our spine. I know it gave me goosebumps because I'm like, you know, wow, like we asked a specific question and it gave us a specific answer without question. It's like,
I guess I'm just used to weird crap at this point.
yeah. And so, but you know, that was one of like the first, it wasn't really scary as it was just kind of eerie.
Yeah.
Way back to the structures.
Say something when you want us to stop.
Yep.
Death.
Okay, and this part here, when Avalon had, and so there's a specific reason now that I picked this clip, and it was because of some information that was actually brought to me today.
Huh?
So the spirit talker, Avalon spirit talker, had said death. I actually found out today that there was a 2 bodies found at Rutland Prison Camp.
Oh.
From I don't have all the details of it yet because I have been trying to research it, so it's something that's actually still a work in progress.
Boy.
But from what I can see, is one was a little girl, and one was the mother of the little girl.
Jeez.
And so we were headed back to that intersection that we didn't like.
Uh-huh.
And right just before that, it said death. Like just before that, it said death. And so I didn't really understand that before, you know, while we were doing the investigation, even, you know, and post-production. I didn't, you know, I'm like, well, they're probably just talking about like the cemetery or something,
Yeah,
you know, because
we knew people died there.
yeah, because there was a lot of death there. And so right around, and if my memory serves me correct, right around where this thing said death is where the bodies were found. Yep. And it's like you sit there and
Is this recent?
I don't know how recent it was.
Oh,
And that's the problem. I don't know how recent it was. So,
that's all public record. You could.
yeah, I'm gonna have to look for it because do you remember when it said record?
I don't.
And we were driving. I think we had parked next to the spot that we remember that we think was the cell block. Well, what was left of the cell block?
Yeah, that concrete thing.
Yeah. And so we were, I think, sitting there when it said record, and we didn't know what it could have been talking about. I know that Avalon said, do you want us to find a record? Is there a record that you want us, to get? And again, that was one of those things that didn't dawn on me until after I was given that information. That like, wow, some of these answers that we were getting were not specific to questions that we were asking, but it seems, and this is obviously a hunch more than it is anything else, but it seems like it was leading towards that death and investigation of the two people that were found dead there. And it's just it's crazy. And then we were hearing those names.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of them that
were
were
just shooting off random names. Though,
yeah,
but like
a lot of random names.
That was all after it called me out.
Yeah, after it said to you that
I don't remember what it said. I just remember it called me out.
It said Mike, and then a little ways after that it said attracted. And that's when we all looked at each other and goes, "Oh, Mike, you got something that's attracted to you in the afterlife."
Lovely. Great. Beetlejuice can help me out with that.
Beetlejuice.
Happened here.
To go figure, we're right back to that spot that you guys were talking about.
Well, it was over there, that junction over
I knew
there.
it happened here.
Close enough.
Yeah, I knew it.
What happened here?
Were you murdered here?
Struggle.
Did something happen at the intersection over here by the...
Oh, and so that part where it said struggle. Well, we all thought that it was referring to the inmates at the prison camp while it was still open.
Mm-hmm.
And it could still very well be that, but again, knowing the new information that I know, it's we got a really bad feeling at that intersection, and that's right around where the bodies were discovered.
Yeah, I know, it just made me anxious being there.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Yeah,
but that's all I remember was just feeling really uncomfortable and hella anxious.
Usually.
Were you strangled?
Usually.
Leg?
Ellie wags a lot.
Is that going off right now?
Yeah, and it just stopped. Just like that. Are you here? Can you touch this device?
Do you want us to leave?
You said you struggled.
And so a couple of times in this spot, so now I think we're still next to the, what do you call it thing? The cell block. And that was when the EMF detector, when I turned it on, it started going off like sporadically. And you remember how I was taking the EMF detector and I was like putting it in front of the camera, putting it in front of the phone, because I couldn't tell where the spike was coming from, and it wasn't coming from the camera or the phone. And so a little ways up, we had asked a question, and I think the question was, is this a nexus?
Yeah.
And the thing started beeping like directly after that. And so all of this clip here to date is actually part of the more creepy and weirder paranormal experiences that I have had in my life. And, you know, I've had quite a few paranormal experiences over the years. And, you know, Rutland really, like, there were so many things that went on in Rutland that Rutland literally brought a whole new respect for the paranormal while we were there.
Mm-hmm.
A respect that, you know, don't get me wrong, I am very respectful when it comes to the dead. But Rutland definitely gave me, in particular, a very found respect for the paranormal because of just all the things that we experienced while we were there. And so, you know, that's why these clips are very important to me, because we really did. We experienced a lot in a short amount of time.
Fair enough.
Here, are you stuck? Is this a nexus?
That'll do it.
What kind of a nexus is it? Medieval.
She scares me.
She scares me.
Oh, I just got. Oh.
She scares me. And that was one of the points that, again, we didn't put together. And I think a little ways before that, too, it had given us a name, and I can't remember the name. I actually didn't put it in because nothing else happened for X amount of time, and so I didn't want to, like, include, you know, things that are just going to take too long.
Right.
But when we heard some of the names, that they were women's names, and after that, just a little bit after that, it said she scares me. So it's like, it's that place is bizarre.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm gonna go to that intersection.
Alright, here we go.
It's ancient, medieval. She scares me. I think there's something very old here. And I just
See
got
where it went.
goosebumps.
Okay, thank
it's
you.
Probably older than this. Them protect.
Do you need us to protect here? We're able to help if you do.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here?
Yeah.
Right here. This exact spot.
This
Yeah.
is it.
This is
Okay.
it. This is where her and I have been. Yeah.
Yeah, this has got the worst energy right here. There's something here. What's here?
Lock the doors. Keep going?
What's here?
No way. No way.
Keep going, it says.
Oh, that's right. That was when we had parked at that point directly next to the cell block.
Oh, yeah.
And
before we got out of there.
yeah, and we had stopped the car there for a minute, and then I think we had started driving to the intersection.
Mm-hmm.
And just as we're about to pull out, my spirit talker picks up and goes, "Keep coming," or what was it? "Keep going, keep going." And I just remember, like, that was actually a pretty. That was actually
I was done anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah. I'll leave.
and that was like a pretty you know, substantial thing for me as far as Rutland and that area goes. And you know, when it said keep going as we're driving and we're, you know, headed towards that area that we didn't like, and for the thing to pipe up and go keep going with no other, you know, explanation before that, except for the fact that we were driving.
Right.
keep going. So you want us to go up there?
Well, I don't want us to go up that road. And that's just a no.
Which is 7 seals?
Stay.
Okay.
So you want us to stay? So when the spirit talker at that point said stay, again, this is where it got really creepy. And this is, so those two segments, those two clips were of the same area while we were driving. They were only within like a minute or two of each other. And so, you know, we had turned off onto the road. We had, you know, we all of a sudden heard the spirit talker say, keep going. So we kept going.
Yeah.
We turned around, sat in the intersection, you know, and as I'm getting ready to put the car in park, it goes, stay. And it was just, you know, those chain of events and the way that the spirit talker did it, there was like too many coincidences for it to not be a spirit.
Seems like it.
And so, you know, because it was direct, you know, it really was. It was direct. It was very direct. Like there was no other, you know, rational explanation as to why they would say that at that particular time.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not like we were talking about anything, really. Yeah.
You hear us?
Yes, we do.
Emerge.
I swear I heard a siren.
That was when it said, you hear us.
Are you being pulled?
That was, ooh.
Is there something pulling you here?
And then I think you heard a siren. Or what you thought was a siren directly after that.
I might have.
Yeah, because all of a sudden the thing goes, you hear us. And then you go, shh. And you go silent for a couple seconds. And I think you said you thought you heard a siren in the distance. And so I had rolled down the window. And there was not a single sound except for that of crickets. Like that was it. That was all that we could hear.
It was kind of information over. So if you don't remember all of it.
Yeah. Well, that's because, you know, Rutland was just, it was one of those places where, you know, when you are a paranormal investigator and you're looking to capture, you know, a lot of things on camera, Rutland is definitely one of those places that you will probably get something. But the other aspect of it, and what I would tell people, is don't do it.
It's just too damn big there too.
It's not just that. Like it's just that place is evil. It's got some evil in it, and you know, like if anybody goes there and does another investigation, like good on you. I wouldn't go back. You couldn't pay me to go back.
I know that place is just aggravation.
It is.
No, this spot sucks.
So just to show you,
What
this
does that
thing is
say?
going off.
What does that say?
He pushed.
This He is pushed. where I was checking the equipment with
And
the
there's
EMF
that
detector.
Root
Oh.
cellar behind us that you can get onto the top of.
I get this one
I don't
checked
like
out. I
this
just
area.
wanted to go.
Yeah, we all did. We all did.
I hear you.
Cool.
Thank you for the confirmation.
Are you in the car with us? Careful.
We're trying our best.
Oh my god.
Yes, it's me.
It's here. I just got goosebumps.
In that moment, I believe Tanya had said something, you know, can you hear us? Are you with us? And it was within like 30 or 40 seconds, all of a sudden the spirit talker, my spirit talker, goes, "Yes, it's me." And right then and there, as soon as that came on, the EMF detector started going off, and everybody in the car, like your chest, you said that your chest was feeling tight.
Yeah. Like
you
I
know,
said, it was like an anxiety attack being there.
yeah.
That area. I hated it.
Oh yeah, it was out of everything that happened, that moment and that situation was probably the number 3 spot for me as far as probably one of the more creepier things that I've ever seen or heard or dealt with the paranormal. Was, that was it.
Yeah.
Like, that is in my top 3 just because of that.
Oh my god, I got goosebumps all down my arm right now.
I know, my chest feels mad tight.
A man here.
Yep, I'm done.
Holy
What was that? What was that? Oh. Okay. So this one where so everybody knows this because I actually put this particular thing in the trailer for Rutland. So everybody knows this specific thing for Rutland. And so what had happened here is something fell out of the tree. We couldn't figure out what it was. We couldn't see it. I had slammed on the brakes and stopped because it scared the crap out of even me.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you can hear a low growl. And so I floored it, like absolutely floored it. I'm like, nope, we're not doing this. This is not what I want to do. This is not like, I don't mind doing investigations. I don't mind, the paranormal doesn't scare me as much.
Maybe it was a possum. They're derpy.
In a tree?
I don't know. Why not?
I don't think possums live in trees.
They can
I could be
climb.
wrong.
They're
but
big rats.
yeah, true. But and I'm okay with the paranormal. And when it comes to the paranormal, I am more scared of a person, an actual human being, than I am of the paranormal.
Oh, yeah.
Rutland, for me, changed a lot of that. Especially when you think that something is going to physically attack you, and then you hear a growl, and you don't know where it's coming from, what's making the noise. Like, that is number 2 on my list of scariest moments that I've dealt with in the paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
And it was not fun. It was not fun. Like, at that point, I could not wait to get out of Rutland. And then before that, in the Rutland video, there was also a spot where we had stopped because the 4 of us, we were leaving at that point. We were just done. And so I had stopped and I was saying, we're going to be leaving. If you want to say one more thing, go ahead. But you don't have permission to follow us. And that is very important when you're doing investigations.
Oh, yeah.
You
for sure. You got to say it.
Yeah, you got to let them know that, like, you're not welcome to come home with us. You need to either stay here or, if you want, cross over. But you cannot follow us home.
Right.
And so, directly after that, my spirit talker goes, "A man here." And with everything else that had happened previous to that, I was like, yeah, we're done. So I floored it.
I wouldn't doubt it. There was somebody hanging around to begin with.
Oh, yeah. So I floored it. I was like, nope, we're done. We're done. We're gone. So we took off, and that was it. And so, that kind of concludes Rutland as far as the things that we dealt with in Rutland. And so...
I'm done with being there.
Yeah, no, I never want to go back.
It's just also just such a pain in the butt to get there too.
Yeah, yeah. And that long, windy road.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get into Rutland, there's no pavement road.
No.
It's all dirt.
Yeah.
It's all dirt, gravelly
Beat the
craters.
crap.
Yep. Craters the size of, you know.
Sometimes miscellaneous horse turds and.
Yep. Yeah. But there was also Dirt Pie the porcupine. You can't forget him.
He's scary as hell.
And so we I think, you know, putting Rutland aside, one of the more scary moments that I have had, and the reason that I put this as number one is because it is the newest that I can think of. Well, sorry, no, the first that I can think of and remember, and you were part of it, was when we had a friend over and she was going to go take a shower, and she comes out of the shower and she goes, "I need you to see something." And so me and you went into the bathroom, and there was an actual face on the glass.
Yeah, like an imprint. Like somebody rolled their face on it or something.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure what the last word was. Yeah, no, I'm not sure what the last word was. Was it in? It was in the video. I know that. I would have to look back at it. I think we were at like a minute.
Did you hear that?
30. Yeah, let me put it here.
Got that right! Oh my god! Holy shit!
What was that? What was that? Oh.
Got that right! Oh my god!
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. It was just Carissa saying, "Oh my god!" And it's because we heard that growl.
Yeah.
So, but the last thing, you know, so that last thing though, yeah. You know what? If something fell out of a tree at you and then growled, I'm pretty sure that you would wet yourself.
Or pet it.
Or pet it. And so, but you know, as far as, you know, the shower thing goes, like I had you know, plenty of experiences growing up, you know, more than my fair share, and so there, hang on one second, people. Sorry, the camera decided that it just didn't want to work anymore. This happens sometimes. I don't know why it does it either.
Because we can't have anything nice. We can't have things that just friggin' work. It's always gotta be a problem.
100% of the time there has to be a problem.
Yeah. And if it's working, don't trust it.
Let's see. Well, we're actually almost done with Spirit Talk, so I won't really try to mess with it.
Argue with the stupid camera.
Yeah, it's not worth it. So the last thing that, you know, so we had started to clean the shower off, the shower door.
Yeah, it was some weird spray thing or something.
Yeah, and so we had done that, and we hey Teddy, we we had something happen. Okay, so yeah, so
I cleaned it. I cleaned the door,
and the thing kept coming back.
and then I last ditch effort was bleach,
And it got worse.
Yeah, I looked pissed off.
Yeah. So it was almost like every single time we had, I think we tried to clean the door like 4 times.
I just gave up after a while.
Yeah.
Started to be a crotch pervert.
Yeah.
Because it was basically chest level.
Yeah, pretty much. And it was freaky. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it was freaky. You and I are just looking. But
Well,
that house, the people.
I was just say that house was just bad news all over, anyways. Again, that lunatic upstairs.
Yeah, the lunatic. So
he was nice. So.
Yeah, he was.
Her guy.
He was.
Yeah, he was a good guy. He was just crazy.
So we are going to call it there for tonight. I want to thank you guys for joining us here on Spare Talk. Sorry the camera decided to be a dick at the end here. But if you could, when I put this on YouTube, if you can like, subscribe, comment on our videos, it really does help us a lot.
And share the hell out of it.
Yes, share the hell out of it. Because we rely on the number of views we have.
Word of mouth is the best thing.
Yeah, so thank you guys. I want you all to have a wonderful night, and we will see you next Sunday at 6:30. Bye.